Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I really appreciate you all being here. I'm so grateful for all the subscribers and for all those people that have stayed subscribed to me. That's really wonderful. Anyway, today I'm going to show you the beginning of a new journal. I'm going to use this lid from an old box of chocolates I got last year for Christmas, and I'm going to be using a very vintage Christmas from Uniquely Creative, and I made these items when I was away on holiday, and there are little videos showing that. That's come undone. There's a little video of me showing you how this went, how they work. Oh God. So I'm sorry. Got this headache and it's just really affecting me how I can think properly. I've had taken some painkillers, and that's probably half the reason why I'm a bit loopy, not loopy, dozy. So I've got those to put in my journal. So what I thought I would do is cover, and I don't have a lot of the big 12 by 12s left, and I've got this to go on the cover, but I was going to use it and then I realised I'd cut it too small. But it's an opportunity to do something different, so I'm going to put this on there like that, and this will be like an edge. Be perfect. This is perfect colour. This is from a DC, what do they call them? DC, oh, I can't remember DC, oh, what was it? Can't remember. Oh, DC something. Made a journal out of it. Can't reach the box, hang on. DCWV, from that collection. So I used that to help me with my papers from the Truly Vintage Collection Christmas from Uniquely Creative, because I did make a December daily from it. I don't know if did I show you that or not. Do you know what? Can't remember. I made it using some envelopes. I think I might have. So, because I haven't talked to you all for a while, hope you're all well, doing okay. We were in Victoria, but on our holiday, but we were down the southern parts in Gippsland, so we missed all the rain, but I couldn't help but not hear about it all the time when we were over there. It just seems there's so much devastation, and if you are one of those people affected by that, I'm so sorry for that, because there was just, even where we were, there was just so much water lying around everywhere, and you could see, and even some of the rivers were fast flowing or looked quite high, and lots of low-lying areas had lots of water lying around, so you certainly knew there was water issues. Even down where we were, went to Lakes Entrance, and lots of lakes. Really lovely it was to see them. So we stayed there for a week, and Lakes Entrance is sort of the lakes are right next to there's sort of like a land bit between there's a land between the lakes and the sea, so best of both worlds really. We were there for a week, so that was really nice to stay there. And went on a little lake cruise, and that was lovely because you saw lots of birds, and we saw some seals. There's a short video of that on in my shorts as well. And then went to this place called Buffalo. I wouldn't even call it a town, I would call it a little hamlet. There's about 10, maybe 12 houses in it. No shops. Very narrow main street, and all you can see is just trees. It's just a really quiet rural place. It was lovely staying there, really lovely, because the old house had been done up and by the person who lived in the general store next door, but it wasn't a general store anymore, but the person was doing that up as well. Great job, because it's an old house, so lots of modernisation in terms of the bathroom and kitchen, but they kept lots of traditional features like the skirting boards, and it got some old doors and put them in the doorways. It was just all that sort of heritage stuff, and there's kind of a bit of rustic tint to it as well. It was just really lovely. It was so quiet, so green. So we stayed there for a while, mainly because we wanted to go to Wilson's Promontory. That was sort of halfway between Wilson's, but not halfway, but halfway up. Sort of not too, it was in the middle between Lakes, Wilson's Promontory and Phillip Island. So we went to Phillip Island as well. Made sure we stayed away from the bike race. It's held there every year. We went just after it finished. And saw some other things as well around that area. And then we went to Sorrento, which is on the bottom of the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria. And where we stayed there was, went down the corridor, and there we were in the middle of the main street. Oh, my husband and I have never stayed in something like that before. It was an apartment, and it was fine because it was, we could walk everywhere we wanted to go. And didn't do a lot in Sorrento in terms of driving, because by then we just wanted to walk around in the area we were in, and just drove down to the right of the bottom of the peninsula to the national park, and saw an echidna. There's a short of that on my YouTube channel too, which is just amazing. It was a big echidna too. And then we caught the ferry where we saw some dolphins. There's a video of that on my YouTube channel too. Been very busy videoing things because I don't get to see these things very often. And then went home. So that was good. Drove home 2 days. Well, that's not very straight, is it, Kay? What have I done wrong? You know what I've done wrong? I reckon I've measured wrong here. Doesn't matter, I'll just cover that over with a piece of lace. And as we were coming home, it rained. Not lots, I would say, but so all the time we were away, we missed all the wet weather, and then we got it when we got home. Anyway, so I'm still using that heirloom collection, this DWVC paper. I'm going to use this in the middle, keep it neutral. And my measurements are, I should have said, sorry, 9 down and is it 6 across? 6.5 across. No, it's not 6.5, 6 1/4 across, and 9 inches down. The size I like to use for journals. So I was watching a bit of YouTube when I was on Lakes Entrance when we had some time. But watching YouTube on my phone is not really the ideal thing because it makes my arm ache. So when we were in Buffalo, it took me a few days. I worked out that I could actually watch YouTube on the TV there. You just had to type in the people that I wanted to watch. So, and then that was interesting in itself, trying to, because the thing was I would watch one video and I might want to watch another one for the same person to catch up, and it wouldn't, and I couldn't work out how to do that, so I kept on going back to the beginning again, which was a bit of a pain. But anyway, but then when we got to Sorrento, I didn't watch very many there either, because by then I was not that good in terms of like everything. My arms were hurting me and I didn't feel 100%. But down from Sorrento and Mornington Peninsula is a place called Portsea, and Sorrento has got lots of mansions, barely, you would call them. There's even a walk you can go on called Millionaire's Walk. And if you go down to Portsea, you can see the houses there are just even more salubrious, is that the word I would look for? A bit bigger, a bit more expensive. Just dropping stuff all over the floor here. Trying to get it in my bag of rubbish and it's missing badly. But you couldn't see a lot of them because of the terrain, and lots of them had high walls and things. It's hurting on my thumb, not sure what. Just trying to make sure it's all lined up. Missed the edges there. Just the edges there, just there. Oh well. If I use some lace I might be able to. I'll put a pocket there, maybe that'll cover it up as well. And by using the paper from the collection, it's quite thick paper. It's not thin paper unlike the DCW paper is quite thin, but this paper is quite thick, so that will give it an extra sturdiness. I was watching Nicole from Relax Cut Glue, and she said it's hard sometimes to craft, think what you want to do and talk at the same time, and I thought, yep. Yep. Know the feeling, Nicole, know the feeling. So I just want to put something there. Where's, have I got another light? Usually use a bit of masking tape down the middle, but I could just use stuff here in the side of me. Should I just use this? It's not going to be big enough, I don't think. No, book page. Could just use that again. The rest of that would work. So one of the things we do, I mean, we did do some walks and saw some lovely scenery, and when we were away, and there's some really lovely spots around in Australia. And every time we go to one, you think, oh, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And you go to the next one, you think, oh, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? It's just, you know, see your own back garden is just worth. Trouble is with Australia, to go anywhere is such a, there's dark, you know, it's a long way sometimes to get anywhere. It took us 3 days to get to Lakes Entrance, and 2 days to get home from Sorrento, but then because we don't do the whole drive like crazy all in one day kind of thing, because we just don't do that anymore. It's just too much. But yes, it's a big country. So there's my cover, and I'm happy with that. I just not happy with the white that I can see here, so whether I use lace around the edges, I'll see about that. And I've got one sort of signature sort of happening here. This is paper from the collection, and I've got some book page which I've joined because it broke when I took it out of the book. I just put some washi tape. This book is from a book by Angels. I thought I'd fit it in with Christmas. It's got a daily planner page. This is from a Margaret Miller collage book that I got last Christmas but didn't come till March, so I didn't get around to using it, so I might just cover over some of the collage tips. Some photocopy paper, some music paper that looks like it's going to come undone, so I might put some washi tape there too. Some bag, paper bag. These are some more from that Heritage collection, and there's a rectangular serviette there that I'm going to stick to that page there, just to give it a little bit of, I don't know, difference, because otherwise it'll just be boringly white. But I might do some blending of that one, and I've got some photocopy paper there, but it looks like it needs to be cut at the top because it's bending. Why is it bending? I need to cut it at the top. Some more of that paper from the Heirloom collection, which I folded over so it didn't stick out the sides. Some handmade paper. This is from a book that I got. This book here, Favourite Christmas Carols. I thought that would work really well with my Christmas journal. So I've got that in there. So I've kept the whole page. Folded over that way for this pattern here, and folded over that way because of the pattern. But I've also got some other things I'm thinking of putting in. I've got this page from Edith Bar Holden craft book. So I'm thinking of putting, if I put it in this one, I won't be able to put it in the other one as well, because it's just the one. I could put it in between, put it around the two. Put it around just the one, maybe. Could you? Oh, didn't even think of using it as a signature cover. Could have done that, couldn't I have? Anyway, I'll think about that. And I've got the envelope that the December collage prompts came in from Margaret Miller, so I don't know how I'm going to put that in. And it's a bit red compared for the collection, but still, I just like the colour, so I'm thinking of putting that in. I've also got these from some vintage things that I've got here, and these are from the, what's her name, Cecily Mary Barker Flower Fairies postcards. So I'm thinking of hinging them so that they are together, or hinging one like that. So I'm still thinking about that, because I've got this, like I said, I've got this massive headache, and I've got this tablets making me feel really dopey. It's hopeless. So that's one signature. that I've trimmed down already. I haven't done this one yet. I was going to use this cover from another journal that I made, so I think that needs to be trimmed down a bit. So let's measure this one. So the signature cover is just less than 6 and 8. I'm sorry for the glariness. Just less than 8 3/4. So I might actually just do this. Should have done it in the first place. Because if I measure with a ruler, odds on I'll get it all wrong. Get the ruler. Ruler, pencil. See if we can cut this right. I can't even see the line now. Because I took the things that were on there off, I'm going to have to use some of the kind of things from the collection. So I've got all these things here ready for open the collection to use for my journal. So I've got all those to use as well. I can't see where I cut. I'm kicking myself now. Where I drew the line. I think I might need to do some cutting a bit more for the signatures. Some things sticking out. Paper, just in case, the leftovers. Trim this up a little bit. And there's the line there. I didn't think it was down the bottom. I was watching some of Garlic Agostinelli. She's making 3 journals at once. I'll struggle just to make one. Not struggle, but it just takes ages just to make one. So this is the other back that I'm going to use. Again from a different collection. Need to keep it down the bottom there. Where's the corner? Need to have that all there, I think. Oh, rub that out now. Rubber. You know, it probably would be a lot easier if I used the trimmer. Upside down. There. And but you can't see the top now. No, of course not. I can't see the top at all. Where? Oh yeah, just there. It's on top of one of the music lines. So as you can see, I'm not trimmed this one up at all, and I'm just going to need to do that. I'm going to be doing, just wanted to show you the start of it, and I'm going to do some things off camera and show you my progress, how I'm going in a couple of days time. Thank you very much for joining me today. Short video, and thanks again. Bye bye.